Hello everybody, it's Friday already, Farm Girl Friday. Today I want to show you a little bit more about riding my horse. I've had a lot of questions about that. This is Jack. We've raised him from a baby, and he is a horse that at just 4 years old I was able to do all of my equine therapy on to try to get my pelvis to move correctly when I was recovering from my car crash. Now, here is something that in order for me to get his saddle on, he's a 14.2 hands. So he's a shorter horse anyway, which is great for me. But my problem is that we use roping saddles, and they're very, very heavy. And it's hard for me to get it up onto him, even with being that short. And the reason that I cannot do that is, one, my ankles are fused, so they don't have any kind of motion anymore. They're at 90 degrees. And then also, whenever we had the impact of the car crash, the initial impact was head-on, and it basically blew out all the cartilage that was in between my joints. So even though my joints don't move anymore, I still don't have any cushion in there. So like most of people throw up the saddle like this, you know, onto the back, I can't do that motion anymore with causing significant amount of pain. So one thing I do to get myself a little bit higher is we made, good grief, I can't even find it, a little kind of like step for me. I could honestly even have it a little bit higher, but what I do is I step onto that and throw the saddle on. I still have some difficulty with it, but I've come a long way from not being able to saddle my own horse at all. So let me go get the saddle. So Jack's really good. He's got a good temperament with everything. So I just put that right up to him. Step on. And get it up there. And most of the time it works okay. Sometimes I have a little trouble. If I'm having a really weak day, I have trouble with the blankets underneath and I gotta move them all around. Now, I know somebody's out there going, well, why don't you just get a lighter saddle? Obvious question. Everyone who comes to our house ropes, team ropes, and we live on a cattle farm. So if there is ever a possibility that we are going to have to either rope a cow or a calf or something like that, you have to have a saddle that is heavy enough that you can wrap your rope around the saddle horn and take the weight of the steer or cow, whatever you're handling at that day. A traditional Western saddle isn't going to really hold up to that. So at this point, while I still can, you can tell I'm breathing hard, I'm still going to go ahead and continue with this until I just can't anymore. If I happen to be going on a pleasure ride, rather than going out and checking cows, I am thinking of getting a regular Western pleasure saddle, but for now I'm just going to go ahead and stick with what we got. So now that I got to get all the saddle on, then I get to finally go ride. So hope that helps someone out there, that little tip. So later.